All right, what's up, guys? We should be good. Should be live. We got a Tuesday 6-game slate to talk about. So far today, there hasn't been a ton of news that's come out, but the one big one that we did get during the day, the one question mark that we're waiting on, is Brandon Ingram. He is currently questionable, so this will be something to monitor. This is like one of the big pieces of news that we got to keep an eye on. With Brandon Ingram now questionable for the Pelicans, that does change a good amount if he gets ruled out. I think CJ McCollum would have a really massive role without Brandon Ingram. He's already been a really productive player with the Pelicans. Now you take Ingram off the floor if Ingram winds up sitting. CJ McCollum, there's 50-plus point upside for him, especially in a pretty decent matchup against Memphis. I definitely like CJ McCollum if Ingram winds up sitting. I think J-Val would get a little bit of a boost as well. I wouldn't mind going to Jonas Valanciunas. And then, I don't know who they would start for Ingram. It might be like Garrett Temple. I don't think I'd play Garrett Temple, but maybe you see a few more minutes for Herb Jones, a few more minutes for Devontae Graham. But definitely CJ McCollum I would like quite a bit, and I think J-Val would become a little bit more appealing too. We'll have to keep an eye on that Brandon Ingram news because it is kind of important. It does have a little, pretty big impact on this 6-game slate. But that's really it for news. There's nothing else major that's come out during the day. So if you guys have questions for tonight, you start throwing those in chat. We'll be live to about 6:30 as always. Answer any questions you got and hopefully win some money tonight. Bill asks, Osman and Ayton or Hampton and J-Val? I'll say Hampton and J-Val there. I'll say Hampton and J-Val. Jalen Suggs is out again, so Hampton definitely I think is a solid value. Now, I was on Hampton last slate with Jalen Suggs out, and Hampton played terrible. He started, he played like 25 minutes, he played 34 minutes. He actually played way more minutes than I thought, but he was just terrible. He only had 15 Draftkings points. But I'm totally fine going back to Hampton today with Suggs out. I think Hampton plays 30-plus minutes again. He probably plays in a blowout as well. I think he played in the blowout last game. Even though he busted last time, I still like Hampton. So, yeah, I'd definitely say Hampton and J-Val there, Bill. And Noah, how's it kicking? Doing okay? I'm doing well, my man. I'm doing well. Hope you are too. Gordon Dragic for value. I'm not really interested in Gordon Dragic. With KD and Kyrie fully healthy, how many minutes does Dragic really play? Like, how many did he play last game? He played 22 last game, but I really don't think, even if he plays like 20, 22 minutes, I just don't think he's going to be very productive playing alongside KD and Kyrie. So, I'm not really on Gordon Dragic. Not for me. Leave a like, guys. Yeah, Hansi, my man. As he said, leave a like, everyone. I appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, make sure you hit that like button. And again, if you have questions tonight, you can throw those in chat. We'll just kind of talk through the slate, answer questions. So we'll get through it all. Favorite values? For me, when it comes to value, I do like Hampton again. Even though he busted last time, I'm fine going back to him at 3,800, starting, probably plays 30-plus minutes, probably plays in a blowout. He's someone that I do like for value. I think Cameron Payne's probably one of the better value plays on the slate. He's only 5,300. He should be like 8K. Cameron Payne is still way too cheap. And there's some other guys like Kevin Love. I don't know if I consider him a value, but 5,800 for Kevin Love without Jared Allen. I like Kevin Love quite a bit. There's not a ton of value on the slate, I'll be honest, but Cameron Payne, RJ Hampton, even like a Jay Crowder, I don't hate. That's kind of where I'm looking to for value today, I think. Not much else down here that really stands out. Maybe like Landry Shamet. He's projected to be really popular. So like Landry Shamet, if he winds up being popular, that's a guy that I'm definitely fine fading. But he's 3,700. He probably starts and plays 30 minutes. So yeah, that's another guy you could throw in the value pool. Tough question, KD and CJ or Giannis and Rozier. I'll definitely say KD and CJ, especially if Brandon Ingram is out. If Brandon Ingram is out, definitely give me the first one there. That Pelicans game starts at 7:30, 30 minutes after lock. So I'm hoping we'll get news on Brandon Ingram before lock. Latest update we got was that he was a game time decision. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Thoughts on Ingram thoughts on Graham if Ingram sits? Yeah, I wouldn't hate Devontae Graham. I don't think they would start Devontae Graham alongside CJ. I don't think they'd do that. But Graham's only 3,700. He probably would play 24, 25 minutes at least, maybe more. You know, Devontae Graham's not been great with the Pelicans this year, but I would think without Ingram, there'd be a lot of usage available. And I would expect CJ soaks up a lot of that usage. But yeah, Devontae Graham would become a viable value play if Ingram does sit. You like Morant today? I think Ja Morant's always in play. Tougher matchup. He's probably going to be guarded by Herb Jones, and Herb Jones has been one of the better defenders this year. But Ja can put up a huge game any night. Now, if I'm playing one lineup today, do I play Ja in my one lineup? Like, I don't think I'm leaning that way. But, I mean, nobody would be surprised if Ja went for 60 today. He's got that upside every night. Also, Nwora for value, and you still like Drummond over Claxton. I would still prefer Drummond over Claxton, yes. And then Nwora, I'm going to be interested to see what the Bucks starting lineup is because they are going to be without Grayson Allen. I'm guessing they probably just start Wesley Matthews, but if Jordan Nwora starts, like, I would actually like him a lot. I don't think he's going to start, though, but 3,100, he should still get decent minutes. I mean, he played 26 minutes last game with Grayson Allen playing. His minutes have been really tough to predict when everyone's been healthy, but, you know, it's a game that has blowout risk. Nwora would probably play in a blowout. At 3,100, he is definitely in play for me. He's someone that I do have interest in for sure. I would definitely feel better about him, though, if he starts. Morant or SGA, I would probably go with Ja. I'm really worried about blowout in that OKC game. And I know SGA has been crushing lately, but I definitely could see his minutes getting somewhat cut today because of, you know, blowout. Giannis or Durant? I mean, I'd still go Giannis if you have the salary, even with the blowout risk. This isn't NBA, but you hear about Russell Wilson. Yeah, I saw the Russell Wilson trade. Honestly, kind of excited, man. The Broncos, I'm excited to see what the Broncos can do. I feel like the Broncos are going to be like this year's Bengals. You know, that team that they've been shit for like so many years, but now they finally have some talent. Like, I'm kind of excited to see what the Broncos can do. Hopefully they at least make the playoffs. I mean, they got a good offense for sure. Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, that's a good quarterback receiver core right there. How many Suns is too many? Have 4 currently. I don't know if I'd want to play 4 Suns. If you're playing 4 Suns, you're definitely playing Cameron Payne. You're probably playing Ayton or Bridges. I'm guessing you have Shamet in there. Like, man, like 4 Suns does feel like too many. I would probably limit it to 3. I think one of Ayton, Bridges, Crowder is fine. And then obviously Payne. And then if you want to play Shamet, that's fine. Like, that could be your 3. But, man, 4 Suns, that does feel like too many. I'd be very surprised if there's 4 Suns in the winning lineup. Mobley, Ayton, or J-Val? I'll say Mobley. Give me Mobley. Would you play Mobley at 8,100? I'm guessing that's his FanDuel price. I mean, dude, people ask me FanDuel questions a lot. It's tough for me to answer FanDuel questions because I don't really look at their site. I would have to know who is priced around him to really answer that. Also on Aaron Wiggins and Herb Jones. I mean, Aaron Wiggins is a guy that I never play. He just has, like, no upside. Herb Jones, I think, is fine. I would feel a little bit better about Herb Jones if Ingram sits. But I think they're going to want Herb out there to guard Ja. So I think Herb will play a lot of minutes regardless. So he's fine, but, like, Aaron Wiggins, I'm not really on. You believe OKC will smash tonight? OKC smash Milwaukee? I mean, my God, if that happens. I mean, no, I don't expect that. I mean, OKC, they're like 14-point dogs. They should get the shit beat out of them. SGA or Ja? Give me Ja. Curry over 6.5 assists. Haven't looking at that one. All right, having to take a look at that one. Let me see. Curry's assist prop 6.5. He's hit that in 3 out of his last 5. I mean, Curry's one of those guys. I feel like if I take Curry's points prop, he scores like 40 points and he scores like 2 points and has like 15 assists. If I take his assist prop, he scores 40 points and has 3 assists. Like, I never get Curry right betting his props. But I mean, 7 assists does feel pretty doable for Curry. But like, that's not a prop that I'm like super high on personally. You like SGA 26.5 points tonight on Prize Picks? If you told me that game stayed close, I would like it. But man, like, I really feel like I could definitely see SGA having like 22 points after the end of the third quarter, and then he doesn't play in the fourth quarter because it's a blowout. And then obviously you're going to be pissed. So I'm personally not betting the SGA points. I know he's been hitting it a lot, but I really worry about blowout tonight. Thoughts on Durant, Mobley, LaMelo, Ayton, Core? I mean, I think that's solid, Dirty Dan. If you can fit, if you can fit all those guys in the same lineup, I think it's fine. 74.5 fantasy points yesterday for Embiid. Do you think Harden is helping or hurting his production? I mean, I think he's probably helping him, honestly. I mean, Embiid can still put up massive games with Harden. The matchup was really good going up against, like, Tristan Thompson. I mean, Tristan Thompson was not going to slow down Embiid yesterday. So, honestly, it wasn't surprising to see Embiid do as well as he did. I mean, Embiid's going to be able to put up massive games any night. It's just going to be tough to predict when he does, I guess. What's up, Noah? How are you doing? Let's win some money tonight. Patrick, my man, let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I'm doing well. Hope you are, too. You like Lauri Markkanen? I mean, I think Lauri Markkanen's playable. Without Jared Allen, does his role really change? I don't know. I don't think so. But small forward kind of sucks today, so like I'm fine going to Lauri Markkanen because of how bad small forward is. Best point guard, 3,900 and under. Probably RJ Hampton. I'd be taking there. Also, Kuminga with Otto Porter out. I mean, I think Kuminga's playable. Obviously, Golden State's getting back everyone else. Curry's playing, Thompson's playing, Wiggins is playing, but they're still going to be without Draymond, Otto Porter, Gary Payton's still out. I don't know what they're going to do with the starting lineup. They could start Kuminga, they could start JTA like they did yesterday. If Kuminga starts, I'd feel a lot better about him. He wasn't that great yesterday, even with the entire team out. I was pretty high on Kuminga. I know a lot of other people were. I don't think anyone plays Kuminga today, so like as a tournament option, it's not bad. I mean, without Otto Porter, that should definitely secure him for at least like mid to high 20s minutes. And obviously, by some chance, if Golden State blows out the Clippers, Kuminga would still be out there in a blowout too. So I think his minutes are somewhat safe, which is always, that's never something I say when it comes to a Steve Kerr rotation, but I think Kuminga's minutes are pretty safe tonight. McCollum or Mobley? I would say McCollum, just straight up, especially if Ingram's out. T-Money, what's up, my man? Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Top 2 studs? Probably, I mean, if Brandon Ingram's out, I think CJ McCollum's a really good pay-up option and probably goes a little bit overlooked. Like, I'm worried about blowout with Giannis. Ja gets kind of a tougher matchup. Worried about blowout with SGA. I mean, KD, I definitely like the matchup for KD. I think the price tag is a little high, but probably KD and I guess CJ McCollum if Ingram sits. Those are like my 2 favorite studs, I guess. I like LaMelo quite a bit. I don't know if you consider him a stud. You like Cole Anthony? I mean, with Jalen Suggs out again, like I think Cole Anthony's fine. But God, he's just been so freaking bad this year. Like you can just look at Cole Anthony's game log. It's just ugly. I mean, last 5 games, like just 32, 18, 25, 38. It's just like mediocre performances. And he's 6,800, so like at this price point, you're going to want like 40 plus from Cole Anthony. Could he put up 40 plus today? He can. He obviously can, but man, he's just been a tough guy to predict. I'm not going to Cole Anthony personally. I just can't get the dude right. Jetty Osman or Seth Curry? Give me Jetty Osman. CJ or LaMelo? I'll say LaMelo for now, but I definitely like CJ if Ingram's out. But I'll say LaMelo. Favorite small forward? I mean, you gotta be more specific. I mean, Kevin Durant's favorite small forward, but he's 11,100. You gotta kind of be more specific there, I guess. I'm a Seahawks fan. Think we did well to trade Russell. He's past it now, but thanks for the memories. I mean, yeah, it wasn't looking good for Russell Wilson there at the end of the year. I mean, it does seem like he's kind of on the decline, but that might have just been, in that Seattle offense with that offensive line. Maybe he just needed to get somewhere else. So I'm excited to see how he plays in Denver. It'll be interesting. I think the Broncos, they'll be good. They'll probably be a playoff team, if I had to guess. Are they a championship contender? Maybe not, but definitely a playoff team. What is the best strategy for single entry? Not many scrubs, but there are some excellent stars. I mean, single entry, ownership's going to be more condensed in single entry on a lot of the chalk plays. So, Cameron Payne's going to be very, very popular in single entry games just because a lot of people play their cash lineup. They play their top projected lineup in single entry contests, which really condenses on the top projected plays. So in single entry, you can definitely, it's very easy to get different because where the ownership's going to be. It's going to be on all the, top projected guys. I don't think I would fade Cameron Payne or anything. I would definitely play Cameron Payne. But Landry Shamet's projected for 50% ownership right now. That's a guy that, man, if Landry Shamet's going to be 50% owned, that's an easy fade. If Landry Shamet is the reason I lose tonight, then so be it. Like, I would never play a 50% on Landry Shamet. I don't care how chalky he is. So definitely, if I was playing a single entry tournament, if I was playing one lineup, I would not play Landry Shamet. And now that I say all this, he's going to probably put up 40 points tonight, but that's an easy fade for me. And then you can kind of, build around there. Plug in Cameron Payne. He's close to a free square, and then you can kind of build around after that. Cole Anthony or Brogdon? Give me Malcolm Brogdon. John Rozier or Durant and Miles Bridges? That's really close. Give me John Rozier, but that's really close. Garland or Cam Payne? I mean, if you have the salary, play Garland. Garland's 9K and Cameron Payne's 5K. I mean, those two guys are totally different price points. Yeah, I saw Dean Wade was starting. God, that's another guy that I just never play. I mean, we've seen Dean Wade start before and just do nothing. So, yeah, I wouldn't play Dean Wade personally. And again, if Dean Wade is the reason I lose tonight, then so be it. But, that's someone that I'm always fine fading, even when he makes starts. Crowder or Triple J? I would go Triple J if you have a salary. Pool in play seems like his minutes have been up. I mean, yesterday, obviously, his minutes were way up because half the damn team was out. And now they're getting back Clay, they're getting back Wiggins, they're getting back Steph. So, I mean, Jordan Poole should still play mid to high 20s minutes, but obviously we can't expect him to produce the same amount that he did yesterday. It's a totally different role now. Aaron Wiggins or Nwora? I would say Nwora. Poku, Drummond, or Oubre? Give me Drummond there. Thoughts on Love with Allen out? I think Kevin Love's a pretty solid play. Even though he's going to come off the bench, he should still play mid to high 20s minutes, and Kevin Love's been very, very productive on a point per minute basis when he's gotten minutes this year. So definitely think Kevin Love's in play. $23 forward on Yahoo. Let's take a look. $23 forward on Yahoo. I mean, Mikal Bridges, I don't hate. I'd probably say Mikal Bridges. That would be my pick there. No, I hope your luck is changing because mine isn't. Shake my head. You like Poku tonight? Hey, Cole, my man. We're going to turn things around. I definitely have been running bad for the last 2 months. It's just been brutal for me. But we got some wins yesterday. Hopefully we can do it again. But do I like Poku tonight? I mean, I think Poku's playable. He'll play 30, 32 minutes regardless of if the game blows out or not. He'll play in a blowout. So honestly, he might be if I had to play anyone on the Thunder today, it would probably be Poku. But I think at 5,600, he's priced where he should be. It's not like he's a glaring value. Halliburton or McCollum? I would say McCollum. Garland or Rozier? That's close, but give me Rozier. Triple J or Kevin Love? Give me Kevin Love. Also on Cody Martin tonight, I'm not really on Cody Martin. I mean, when the team's fully healthy, I know they're still missing Gordon Hayward, but Cody Martin's a guy that I just never play. He's going to come off the bench, play maybe 25, 30 minutes, but he's a very low usage player. He's really out there for defense. He's not a guy that's going to produce at a very high rate. So I'm fine not playing Cody Martin. Even if he plays 30 minutes, he could score 15 DraftKings points. Rozier or LaMelo? Definitely give me LaMelo. Crowder, Ayton, or Herbert Jones and Mobley? If I pick Crowder and Ayton, I will have 4 Suns. I'd probably go Herbert Jones and Mobley then, because I don't think I'd want 4 Suns. Trey Mann or Desmond Bane? Or Terrence Mann or Desmond Bane? I think I'd prefer Terrence Mann. Also on J-Val revenge narrative. I mean, sure. I don't think there's really a revenge narrative there for J-Val, but sure. I mean, 7,500, I think J-Val's a solid play because of the price tag. And obviously, if Brandon Ingram winds up sitting, that just makes J-Val look even better. I think that's why you're looking at J-Val today. I don't think there's really a revenge narrative. Lasagna or spaghetti? I'm a spaghetti guy. Love some spaghetti, man. But lasagna is great too. I love Italian food. Italian food is amazing. It's one of the top tier foods. Mexican food, Italian food, two of the best, foods, I guess. Love them. Shamet or Terrence Mann. So Landry Shamet or Terrence Mann? Definitely give me Terrence Mann. KD and Love or Giannis and Hampton? Give me KD and Love. Markkanen or Crowder? I'll side with Crowder, but that's a really close one. You like Nwora or Ibaka as a value? I think Nwora is in play. It's going to be tough to tell how many minutes Nwora gets. But without Grayson Allen, there should definitely be more minutes available for Noah to potentially play. His minutes have been tough to predict off the bench this year, but he did play 26 minutes last game. You would have to think now that Grayson Allen's out, probably plays close to that, mid to high 20s minutes, and he's super, super cheap. So definitely think Noah is in play. You like Trey Mann? I'm not super high on Trey Mann. He's another guy that's just like a kind of a low usage player. Hasn't been super, super productive this season. Obviously, he's getting more opportunity right now without Dort and without Giddey, but he's priced to where he should be. Like, he's almost 6K now. I mean, he's 5,500. So if a 5,500 Trey Mann beats me, then so be it. But that's a guy that I'm definitely fine fading at that salary. Bruce Brown for a last piece in, fine. I mean, Bruce Brown, he's been playing really well lately, but he's another guy that, like, man, the price tag is really up there. He's like almost 6K, isn't he? Or he's 5,300, so like, I know he's been playing really well, but man, you got to think with KD and Kyrie both healthy now, like, how much opportunity is there really going to be for Bruce Brown? Like, he's not a high usage player to begin with, so he's really going to have to put up a good game because of, you know, points and or because of rebounds, assists, defensive stats. Like, he's not, I don't expect him to put up 16 points or 21 points again. Like, he's going to have to get there on steals and blocks and, you know, just kind of fluky stuff. So I guess as a last piece, it's fine. But 5,300 feels like the max price I'd be paying for Bruce Brown right now. Never letting you convince me to play Bielitsa ever again. Hate that dude. Bro, Bielitsa was so bad yesterday. I mean, I feel like Bielitsa was a good play in the end. The Warriors only had 9 available players. Bielitsa's a guy that when he does get minutes, he produces really well. I can't remember how many minutes he finished with. I think it was not that many. It was like 20. He finished with 18 minutes. I mean, the outcome was bad, but I do feel like Bielitsa was a good value yesterday. Even though he only scored 14 DraftKings points. Watch today be the day that Bielitsa puts up like 30. When everyone comes back and everyone's healthy, and now Bielitsa will put up a big game. That's usually how it goes. 4,100 util for DK. I would say probably RJ Hampton there. Drummond or Kevin Love. I would side with Kevin Love, but that's definitely a close one. I just think Kevin Love's minutes are a little bit more secure. I think Drummond has a lot of upside tonight, and without LaMarcus Aldridge, you would think Drummond's going to play more, but Drummond's minutes have been really tough to predict this year. But if you told me before the slate started that Drummond was playing 28 minutes, I would prefer Drummond, but I'm not confident that happens. That's why I would side with Love. 5,500 for util. 5,500 for util. I would say, I mean, if you don't have Cameron Payne, I would definitely play Cameron Payne there. 6,800 for a forward. 6,800 for forward. Let's see. Probably would say like Mikal Bridges or Triple J. You know, Triple J, I always worry about foul trouble with him, but he does have upside when he stays out of foul trouble. So probably Triple J or Mikal Bridges, one of those two. 5,300 forward. 5,300 at forward. Let's see. I mean, yeah, you got Bruce Brown there. I would say Jay Crowder. I think I'd play Jay Crowder over Bruce Brown if I had to pick like one of those two in that price range. Garland, Rozier, Shamet, Osman, Durant, Jalen Smith, Ayton, Payne. I mean, again, like Landry Shamet's a guy that I'm not super high on, and I think he's going to be way over-owned on this slate. But the rest of that lineup, I think, is solid, Brandon. I think that's fine. You like LaMelo tonight with 19.5 points? I took his PRA. That was a pick that I gave out in my prize picks video today. So if you want to take LaMelo's PRA, that's something that I'm on personally. But I don't hate going over on his points either. Would have to think if he hits his points prop, he probably hits his PRA too. How many Suns are too many? We kind of said earlier, like, I don't think I'd play 4 Suns, but I think 2 or 3 is definitely fine. Obviously, you're probably playing Cameron Payne, and if you want to play Ayton or Bridges or maybe Crowder, that's fine, but I would definitely limit to probably 3. Good luck, Noah and chat. Hey, Didi, my man, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Drummond or Love, if you had to play, definitely Love for me. Love. Triple J or J-Val? Give me J-Val. Is Drummond starting tonight? He's started every game he's played with Brooklyn, so he should start once again. Any Buddy Hield love? I like Buddy Hield a little bit more on Yahoo than I do on DraftKings. On DraftKings, Buddy Hield's over 7K, which I think is a price tag that I'm fine avoiding him at. But on Yahoo, Buddy Hield's like, I think he's $24. And small forward sucks on Yahoo today, so definitely think Buddy Hield's a pretty good play on Yahoo. Herb Jones or Jetty, last spot. Probably would go Herb Jones. Especially if Ingram sits. McCollum or Garland? Give me McCollum. Who benefits if Ingram sits? It should be McCollum. McCollum should be the biggest beneficiary. But definitely think, J-Val gets a little boost. Probably Herb Jones plays a lot more, or a little bit more. Maybe Devontae Graham gets more opportunity off the bench. But definitely, McCollum's going to be the biggest beneficiary. Morant or Ball? I would say Morant if you have the salary to fit him. Is Isaiah Jackson good? Isaiah Jackson's not someone I've really looked at today. His price is he's 5,100. His minutes have kind of been all over the place lately. Now, last game, he was in massive, massive foul trouble. I don't love this matchup against Mobley and against Cleveland. Cleveland's been tough defensively, but if Isaiah Jackson can stay out of foul trouble, he has shown that when he gets minutes, he can be productive. But, the matchup I don't think is that good, and I definitely do worry about foul trouble here. But, if that's, your last piece or something, that's probably fine. Favorite guard above 8K? It's probably LaMelo or McCollum if Ingram sits. KD or Giannis? I'd say Giannis straight up, but I just worry about blowout in that Milwaukee game. If Giannis plays his full minutes, I would definitely take him over KD. I'm not confident Giannis gets his full minutes tonight. 3 Cavs too many if Rondo's out. I think Rondo's playing, but I don't think that really matters. I don't think Rondo coming back isn't really affecting anyone except for maybe Brandon Goodwin. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off the stream here. I once again appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. We'll be live, tomorrow, an hour before lock. We do have a massive, massive slate tomorrow. We got I think 11 or 12 games tomorrow. So I'll be live an hour before lock to talk through that slate with you guys. Hopefully, we can win some money tonight. Hope to see you guys all on the stream tomorrow. Best of luck. We'll see you then. Peace out, fellas.